Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, April 8th. Well, a big change from yesterday. The wind shifted in the overnight hours as a frontal system dropped southward through the I-95 corridor. A steady, persistent, stiff east to northeast wind has developed here in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and all it takes is a shift in from that direction to cause a big drop in temperatures. Yesterday we were way up in the 60s in the mid-Atlantic region to near 70 degrees in some spots. Today, way down in the 40s. The ocean temperatures are still quite cold this time of the year, so any kind of a shift in direction to out of the east or northeast will cause a big drop in temperatures. It looks like it'll stay chilly right through tomorrow night. Then the same frontal system that drops southward overnight will return northward as a warm front on Friday. Temperatures will jump by Friday afternoon into the 70s in many I-95 corridors. And then a more conventional cold front from the west will push eastward by Friday night, clearing all of this out by the weekend. It looks like a pretty nice weekend shaping up for Philly, New York, and D.C. Well, let's start off by looking at a wind map here. What we're seeing is an actual a map of the wind flow right now. You can see the direction here in New England is basically out of the northeast all the way down into the D.C. metro region. Again, the ocean temperatures are still quite cold this time of the year, low 40s just off the northeast coastline, and all it takes is a wind shift to out of the east or northeast and temperature can drop dramatically. What caused that wind shift? We'll see in a moment on the surface map. A very strong high pressure system expanding into New England, clockwise flow of air around that high pressure system ushered in this change to a northeast direction in our low-level winds. One other area I want to point out, notice out here out across the upper Midwest to the plains, kind of a convergence zone right in this region here, extending from Chicago all the way into the middle part of the country, winds flowing out of the Gulf of Mexico right into that convergence zone and some colder air dropping southward from the north. All that could result in some severe weather, not only this afternoon, but tomorrow afternoon as well. From the plains to the Ohio Valley, we can have a pretty decent breakout of severe weather, including the threat for tornadoes this afternoon and on Thursday as well. Well, here's the latest surface map across the nation. A couple of key players here for the northeastern U.S. First of all, yesterday saw a very strong high pressure area right here in southeastern Canada around the Hudson Bay. Notice it has expanded eastward and southward into New England, a secondary area of high pressure now situated over New England. That in turn helped to push this frontal system southward in the overnight hours. It is still advancing a little bit as a cold front from the north to the south. Clockwise flow of air around high pressure, and there you go. You have your setup for northeast flow in New England all the way through the I-95 corridor, even all the way down to the D.C. metro region. And because the ocean is still cold this time of the year, temperatures can drop in a hurry from 70 degrees yesterday to the low to mid 40s today, and it looks like we'll be locked in to this east to northeast low-level flow of air right through tomorrow night. Then this frontal system will turn around, head back to the north as a warm front on Friday, and temperatures will jump to 70 plus degrees in most I-95 corridor locations. Meanwhile, out here in the middle part of the country, basically a stationary front. We just saw on the map before a convergence zone here. Winds in the lower part of the atmosphere out of the cold north, winds in the lower part of the atmosphere below this frontal system out of the warm and humid south here. All of this spells trouble for the plains and into the Ohio Valley, not only today but tomorrow as well. Expect a severe weather outbreak with the possibility of some tornadoes this afternoon and again on Thursday. Well, how about some rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic region? There's not much going on right now across southeastern Pennsylvania, but just to the west in south-central Pennsylvania is a definite batch of rain, and some of that could fall heavily at times this afternoon in the southeastern part of Pennsylvania. Some scattered rainfall right now across D.C., and that'll be the pattern, occasional rain or drizzle not only today but tonight and on Thursday as well. Same thing in New York City. Not much going on right now, but certainly some rainfall is headed that way, so there'll be occasional rainfall all day long in the D.C. metro region, as well as tonight and tomorrow, and basically occasional rainfall in Philly and New York City from midday through this afternoon and tonight and into the day on Thursday. Well, let's take a look at a few computer forecast maps. This is from last night's 0Z GFS model run, 24-hour forecast map for tonight, Wednesday evening. Then we'll look 24 hours later, Thursday evening, and then finally 24 hours after that, Friday evening. By tonight, high pressure still the dominant player here in the northeastern part of the country, kind of a double-barreled high-pressure system situated over northern New England, southeastern Canada. Clockwise flow of air around high pressure, producing a northeast flow that will continue right through tonight and actually right into tomorrow night here. Notice the isobars kind of showing a damming type of a pattern here where colder air sets up east of the Appalachians. Indeed, will be way below normal not only today but tomorrow as well. And until that high pushes off the coast, temperatures will stay way down in the 40s for the most part, up and down the I-95 corridor. Meanwhile, notice this frontal boundary right here by later today staying pretty much stationary. And again, cold air on the north, warm air on the south spells trouble in this convergence zone region for the possibility of a severe weather outbreak this afternoon and again excuse me, on Thursday from the Central Plains to the Ohio Valley. Well, here's the forecast map for tomorrow evening, Thursday evening. A couple of points to make here. First of all, that high pressure now is starting to exit off the New England coastline. Still in control here into tomorrow night. Again, this kind of a kink in the isobar pattern here, indicative of cold air still trapped east of the Appalachian Mountains with still a low-level flow of air out of the east to a northeast. But this high is exiting here. That's setting the stage for a big warm-up on Friday. Meanwhile, strong low pressure out here over the upper part of the Midwest, helping to contribute to the threat for severe weather on Thursday as well. Now let's jump ahead 24 hours to Friday evening. And here we go by Friday evening, and that high is off the coast, not even a player by this time. A strong cold front pressing eastward from the west. Not a backdoor cold front, but a more conventional cold front from the west to the east. Will spark some shower and thunderstorm activity up and down the I-95 corridor on Friday. Excuse me. And just ahead of the front, temperatures will spike into the low to mid 70s in some parts of the I-95 corridor. Will not be an all-day rain. Certainly can be a shower or a thunderstorm at just about any time. All of that moves off the East Coast by Saturday morning, paving the way for a pretty nice weekend in D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City. Saturday will be a bit breezy, but mostly sunny skies, relatively mild. And Sunday, less of a breeze, mostly sunny skies and relatively mild. So once that frontal system passes off the East Coast by early Saturday, it'll set the stage for a nice weekend. But quite cold for today and tomorrow. Some fog will develop as well, along with the occasional rain or drizzle. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.